and welcome to this week's video, which is part 2 of improving your personal growth. So I have another 5 top tips on different areas that you can work on, which are going to help you grow. So let's get started with the first one. Now, the first one this week is something that we all take massively for granted. It's something that, quite frankly, there is absolutely no way we can live without, and that is breathing. Now, we're all so busy rushing around in our lives that we don't take enough time to stop, pause, and actually breathe in the way that our bodies have been designed to. So just taking that simple, deep breath can be really, really effective. Breathing deeply into your lungs can give us so many benefits, not just physically, but also emotionally as well. Now, you've probably been told at some point, maybe when you're starting to feel anxious, there's tension, or when that stress is starting to build, that somebody has said those words to you: just breathe. Now, this can sometimes make us feel a little bit like, just breathe. But in actual fact, just taking a moment to just breathe, it can really, really help us. It can bring us back down again. It can de-escalate us. It can remove that tension, and it just calms us both mentally and physically. Now, moving on, we come to forgiveness. Now, this is something that a lot of us, and I would probably say the majority of us, find very, very difficult. We find it hard to forgive those who have wronged us in our past, and we also find it very difficult to forgive ourselves. Now, with the people that I work with, forgiving others and letting go of resentment is very difficult. But actually forgiving themselves for any wrongs that they have done, whether it be towards other people or towards themselves, is considerably harder. But let me tell you, it is really, really freeing, and it's absolutely life-changing. Because 9 times out of 10, we are holding on to this resentment for people for something that somebody did to us. Now, the conversation I generally have with my clients is, okay, how do you think that other person is feeling about that situation? And 9 times out of 10, that person has forgotten all about it. They've let go of it already. They haven't even given it a second thought. They're getting on with their lives over here, happy as Larry, not giving it another thought. Probably don't even remember that the situation happened. Well, we're sat over here hanging on to that resentment, hanging on to what it is that they did to us. So all we are doing is punishing ourselves. We are putting ourselves at dis-ease. We are punishing ourselves. We are creating stress and anxiety within ourselves with those situations. So forgiveness isn't always about the other person. Forgiveness is about freeing yourself to let go, which brings us really nicely on to the next one because they intertwine. So letting go and releasing the worries, those resentments I've just been talking about, the anger, those fears, it loosens the grip of resistance and it makes room for us to grow. If we are holding on to all of this stuff, if we are holding on so tightly, we cannot grow because we are actually still living in the past of things that have happened over here. Now, in order for us to grow, we need to be looking at where we are now, letting go of all of that stuff and creating the space for us to be able to grow as individuals. And this is hugely life-changing. Now, being present, you would have heard, I'm sure, quite a lot about coming back to the very moment that you're in and being present. Whether it's present in the moment with yourself, whether it's present in the moment with your children, with your partner, with your friends, with your family. it makes such a difference. Living in the past is where we create a place of stress. Living in the future is where we live in a place of anxiety. The only time promised to us is the actual here and now, the actual present. We can learn from the past. We need to live in the future, and we need to we need to live in the present, and we need to look to the future. When I learned that and I got my head around that, that really changed a lot of things for me. When I thought, okay, a lot of my stress has come from the fact that I'm holding on to the past. My anxieties come from the fact that I'm worrying about the future and I'm either doing somebody else's thinking for them, or I'm way too far over here and I need to come back to the here and now. So being in the present really is the only place that we can afford to live. And lastly, and something that's tricky. Now, I talk about being enough, yeah, a lot. I talk about, and it's an affirmation and a positive statement that I use. In fact, I have it behind me. I have it here, always. I've even created a journal around it, and it is I am enough. Now, saying that I am enough doesn't always come naturally to people, and it's something that we need to work on. And this is where using those words, I love you. Now, saying that I love you to another person can be very difficult. Some of us are not comfortable with showing love. But looking in the mirror and saying I love you to yourself is even more difficult. But once you have done that and you've got to that point where you look in the mirror and you see yourself, you see you, and you are happy with what you see, and you can say those words, I love you, then boom, oh my gosh, personal growth is really transforming things for you, and you'll really start to notice a massive difference moving forward in your life. And that's all I have for you today. So I'd like you to have a look at some of those, have a go at some of those. If there's anything there that you feel you could use some help with, then by all means contact me. You can contact me through email at faye@fayecoxcoaching.co.uk. You can also subscribe to my channel, where you will find more of these really useful and insightful videos. I release a brand new video every week, so come and follow me. That's all that I have for you today, so enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now. Bye.